Take a look at what we have on the workbench, RC drivers. It's the new BBX kit from Tamiya. I know there's a lot of people really excited about this, Tamiya fans, and even those people that haven't had a Tamiya kit in a while, they're really interested in this. And I think it's because it brings us back to the day of when RC buggies looked like buggies. Remember the Tamiya Rough Rider and the Super Champ? To me, this one looks like the Super Champ. I always wanted one of those. It had a little reservoir on the back of it, but it gives us that feeling of those early days of the off-road RC buggies, and I think that's what's so exciting about it. This is a new chassis for them, the BB01, and it's a pretty interesting concept. There is a lower plate setup with an upper cage, and it's got a ball differential in the transmission. They have nice looking shocks on this as well. I'm excited to check out this kit. This is going to be an unboxing video, so you know what to expect if you pick up one of these kits. So this is what it looks like when you pop the box top. Very Tamiya-like. We've got our box of hardware over here, the body area, and then the area of all the plastic parts trees. And we'll start off by checking out what looks to be some Nerf bars and gear cover and a rear skid. This might be a radio tray here as well. Then we've got some shock parts, new shock parts from what it looks like, lower perches and ball ends. Now we have the arms, and I forgot to mention this before, it has trailing arms to it. Really excited to try it out with the trailing arms, but these A-arms are for the front, obviously. And look at that size of that rear trailing arm with the hub built into it. That looks pretty cool. Okay, next up we've got, I don't even know what these parts are. I think this is a slipper pad maybe, and I honestly don't know. I'm interested in installing that so I know what those parts are. Here we go, some cage work. We've got gunmetal gray like plastics for the cage and just 2 pieces in that bag. And let's check this out right here. This is a full bag of something. Oh, there's our driver figure, and looks like we got light pods as well. I'm guessing that is just some body detail parts in that setup. Next, we've got, there's the front bumper, 2 front bumpers it looks like. So we've got a double parts tree here and more rod ends. Look at the size of those rod ends. Those are pretty huge. Okay, now, oh, looks like more cage work here, and I'm guessing this is the rear cage section. The rear cage section, from what I gather, pops up so you could access the motor easily. And here is the chassis. That looks pretty good. For a composite chassis, let me just do the old bend test here. Not bad, look at that. I'm actually pushing down pretty hard. I'm not feeling any flex on that. That's because there is some webbing and ribbing here that will help stiffen this plate up. So that is good to see that that is nice and sturdy. All right, down in the bottom, antenna tube, there's the instruction manual. I'll dig that out in a minute, but let's look at this stuff over here. Tire inserts. Yes, that's awesome to see. Not many build-up off-road kits come with tire inserts from Tamiya. And here are the chrome wheels, nicely done, as Tamiya always does with all their chrome wheels. Nice plating on those. And then we have the rib front tire and like a square spike rear tire. Those look pretty good. And now the body set. This is actually a 6-panel body set. So that's pretty cool that it bolts onto the cage. Multiple spots and just looks more realistic. Now the hardware box. Let's see here, the BBX hardware box. What are we gonna find inside hardware, right, Greg? Yep. Okay, so we're starting off with some shock caps, shock parts, lower caps as well. And it looks like it has the screw type clamps for the spring. Kind of wish those were threaded on this. Next up, there's shock pistons. Oh, those look like the nice Delrin shock pistons there. The smoother ones, not the ones that come on the generic tree. And then this is a bag. Let's see, the B bag. We're starting off with the B bag, and we've got rod ends, some ball bearings, guys. Ball bearings in this kit, and I'm trying to find the hardware. It looks to be Hex hardware. Yes, it is Hex hardware. Awesome, absolutely cool. Oh, check this out, the shocks. Aluminum shocks, there are the springs. Looks like the X-ring style of seals. That's pretty neat. And they give you a bottle of oil, so you go finish that off. More hardware in that, and yeah, that definitely looks like Hex hardware throughout. Very excited about that. Next up, the tool bag. There's tools and maybe extra screws, or maybe some body mounting screws or something like that. And that particular bag, the A bag, oh, we got some foam pads in there, spur gear and motor ball bearings. There's ball differential parts. That definitely looks pretty good. Oh, even an aluminum motor plate in there. That's nice to see. No plastic or composite motor plate. The C bag, more screws, pins, hinge pins. Actually, those hinge pins look pretty good too. Some big metal bar. That's probably maybe for the battery hose. Maybe the rear cage. I don't know. I'm interested to see where that goes. And then, oh, the usual servo saver. And bag E is some zip ties and Velcro strips and stuff like that. Let's check out the manual really quick. Kind of your standard issue Tamiya manual. All the screws are laid out so you could put the screw up against the instruction sheet to make sure you have the right size. Everything looks laid out nicely. Let's check out the decal sheet. This looks good as well. Of course, we still have to cut out all the decals. You do get to choose your numbers. Now I've got something extra to show you. I was given a couple of the option parts that they're gonna have for this, so I wanted to show you guys these. Aluminum servo stays, nicely machined. These are front aluminum uprights. Those look pretty trick. And then 63 millimeter swing shafts and the BB01 slipper clutch set. So I'm guessing it's a locked out setup. We'll definitely find out when we build it up, or maybe they just have a composite slipper clutch setup. But whatever the case is, this looks like a really nice option for it. So that's what you can expect in the BBX kit. You're gonna have to supply your electronics and paint and building tools, and it does look like it's gonna be a lot of fun to build up. I'll have links in the video description below if you're looking for the full review of the built up kit and you wanna see it in action. Make sure you subscribe to our main channel, RC Driver Online. I'll have a link in the video description for that as well.